everyone, and welcome to Lety Does Marvel's Death of X, Part 2! If you haven't checked out Part 1, I suggest you go and do that. Or this isn't going to make much sense. Where we last left off, the Uncanny X-Men had just declared war on the Inhumans after finding out that Terrigen Mist kills mutants. We now find ourselves in New Athlon, home of the Inhuman royal family. Storm is in the throne room, briefing Medusa of the current situation and what the mutants have discovered about the Terrigen Mist. Medusa tells Storm that mutants have been exposed to Terrigen before and come out perfectly fine. Storm informs her that Beast believes that the new developments are due to the Terrigen having been chemically changed now that it's mixed with the atmosphere. Driven to find a solution to this problem, Medusa calls her sister, Crystal, and tells her to find out if there are any Terrigen Mists about to come in contact with human populations. They find that one is headed to Madrid, and so Medusa orders Crystal to head there immediately with her team to evacuate anyone in the area with the X gene. Storm says she'll also be there with Forge, who has a machine that can help track mutants. Storm tells Medusa that their people have a greater need, now more than ever, to work together, and that she is now personally convinced that the Inhumans don't mean any harm to the mutants. However, she also warns that Cyclops is aware of this issue, and that neither of them can expect the situation to remain quiet for much longer. Storm then meets up with Iceman and Forge, telling them that Beast will be staying behind to help the Inhumans better understand the Terrigen Mist, and that the royal family only wants to help. The two are unconvinced of Medusa's actions, asking Storm who the Inhumans intend to help, the mutants or themselves. As the mutants leave, we find Medusa alone in her throne room, talking to Black Bolt. We must be very careful now. If the mutants decide that the mist's effects on them is an attack from the Inhumans, they will come for us. We must fight for peace, but we must also win a war. Suddenly, Medusa falls forward, her mind reeling from a mental assault. We see Scott Summers and Emma Frost projecting their image into the minds of everyone on Earth. He tells everyone that he is Cyclops of the X-Men, and reminds them that the Terrigen clouds were released into the atmosphere by the Inhumans under the understanding that it would only affect Inhumans and no one else. The mutants now know that that was a lie, and that the Terrigen Mist, in fact, kills mutants. He warns that the X-Men have already lost Jamie Madrox, and that another two of their own are sick. If the Inhumans lied about the Terrigen's effects to mutants, how can anyone trust them that the Terrigen Mist does not affect humans? As his speech progresses, we pan over Madrid and find that the entire population is now in riot. Cyclops ends his statement saying that the Inhumans have lied to everyone, and that the X-Men will save them. As Emma Frost and the Stepford Cuckoos cut off the mental projection, we see that the Cuckoos are in shock over something they had just seen. They begin to ask Emma Frost, who tells them that she knows what they are about to ask, and she does not want to talk about it right now. Magic is confused by Cyclops' actions and goes to question him about what their ultimate plan is. Not now, Ileana. But we need to discuss this. We said, not now. Back over Madrid, Crystal and the all-new Inhumans are trying to calm the panicking public as the Terrigen cloud rolls in. Problem is that everyone is kind of freaking out over Cyclops' terrifying message. She tells her team to head into the local populace and try to instill some sense of peace while she and Iso go to save the mutants that would be in the area. They then jump out of the plane, seeing that the population will not listen to reason and prepare to move the Terrigen Mist instead. The task is a huge strain on Crystal and Iso, and they quickly realize that they are not capable of moving the cloud on their own. Suddenly, Storm comes to their rescue, and with her help, the three move the Terrigen Mist out of the way. Storm thanks them and says the mutants will not forget their actions. Back on Mare Island, we see the mutants have finished burying those who were killed by the Terrigen Mist, and several have gathered in mourning of those who were lost. Colossus comes to comfort his sister Magic. She tells him that she is afraid of what comes next, and what will happen to mutant kind, and that she doesn't understand what Scott and Emma are planning. The two interrupt a conversation between Cyclops and Emma and ask them what their game plan is. Scott tells them that they are essentially preparing for war, and they are trying to gather as many allies to join their side as they can. He tells the two that either they join or stay back, but regardless of what's their choice, mutant kind needs to act. Meanwhile, the all-new Inhumans are still hard at work trying to calm the local population to prevent them from causing further harm to each other. Storm and her team are flying in the air trying to calm everyone down as well. Crystal decides that the situation has gone on for too long and asks Daisuke, the new Inhuman, to put everyone to sleep. He is uncertain of doing this because of the mutants in the area. Crystal tells him that it's the only way to keep the peace, and that Storm would understand. On Muir Island, we see Emma telling someone that they need all the help they can get because the Inhumans and X-Men will soon be at war. She sends along footage of the Inhumans using their powers to put down Storm and her team in Madrid, saying that they need to act now because the Inhumans have just proven that their two populations cannot coexist in peace. We pan out to find that she is speaking to Magneto, who tells her that he will be more than happy to help. So that was the end of Death of X issue 2. And we can see just how bad things are getting with the Inhumans having unintentionally declared war on the X-Men by using their powers against them. And with Emma gathering a team of powerful mutants that include Eric Lensher's Magneto, we can see how everyone is heading towards war. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and please go check out my Patreon, where you can help support my channel and get cool prizes like me sending you a personalized holiday card. You can find that by clicking in the I button in the corner, or I'm going to put a link in the description as well. As always, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!